right, and welcome. Now we are here at video 2 of the topics. This is the third video in the series, but this is the second of the topics. And we are talking, we said we would be talking about, let's talk about
sex.
There we go. And that's going to be our topic. And we did a pretty clear overview last time. We talked about the differences, respecting the differences of our genders. Understanding male sexuality and female sexuality without being critical. Making your marriage safe enough to even begin to talk about the sexual topics and really grow in your sexual life without feeling judged, criticized, or the like. But we gotta respect the differences. Male sexuality is very different from female sexuality.
Yes, thank God.
Thank God it is. And so now we're going to be looking at a little, not a change of topic, but a change of direction. Briefly, I would like to share 3 things that I want to encourage us to really, if we're saying we're talking about sex, that we do to protect our marriages. To protect, as it says in Hebrews, the marriage bed being kept pure in Hebrews 12:4. 3 areas. And I'm going to ask Pam just to jump in at any point as we talk about this. 3 areas that you want to do to protect your marriage. First one is you want your marriage, you don't want anything or anyone around your marriage that doesn't have the same standard. This is what I mean. I don't mean going off to a convent or monastery of married people or something like that. But if you're in a church and that church does not respect your marriage bond. And what I mean by that, and I'll be honest, some churches, everybody knows, half the church is sleeping around with the other half of the church, and it's tolerated. It's not preached as okay, but it's tolerated. You probably don't want to be in that atmosphere. Or if you're somebody, you're around a whole bunch of friends, and they really, they're not faithful. You want to be careful about how much time you're surrounded by that atmosphere. You want to share?
Also, you want to be careful if the people around you consistently batter your spouse, say bad things, don't encourage you, give negative feedback. That's not something that's healthy for your marriage either.
At all. One of the first steps towards infidelity is when one partner begins to basically turn away from their spouse for one reason or another. That kind of slow resentment or lack of gratitude creeps in, and then the next step is they begin to make a negative comparison. And in that spirit, depending on the environment they're in, the next step is they'll find somebody, and the secrets begin, and it'll start off innocently. We'll talk about that later. But in other words, I'm saying you want your marriage to have an environment. Find a church where not the church is perfect, but where it's respected, where there's not this game going on in the fellowship, or even if it's a community of friends, even if you're not so much in a church, you want to be around friends who respect your husband and wife and who really will treat your marriage with respect in that way. Secondly is protect your marriage from pornography. There's a debate. Should Christians look at pornography if they're married? What do you think?
No.
It's that simple. It's that simple. Look. It's funny, the word sexual immorality in the Bible in Greek, the New Testament Greek, is porneia. Same root word as pornography. You're allowing a third person into the marriage bed when you watch, entertain, pornography, video, book, whatever. You don't want to bring that into your marriage. You don't want to get into it. And I've seen it happen and heard about it happen where couples do it to spicing things up, and then it gets out of hand. And now it's hurt the sexual relationship. Pornography is evil. Studies have shown it. It's addictive. It grabs your brain and squeezes it in a vice, and it will alter you. You don't want to mess with that.
We've also heard of cases where you begin looking at the pornography between the two of you, and then when one is not there, because you become addicted, because that's what you need to get excited, you begin to look at it when you're not with your spouse. It's just an unhealthy thing to bring into your relationship.
And so, protect it. It's to me, it's not much of a debate. You don't want that to come between the two of you. And thirdly, I'm going to say it with this phrase: she's just my friend.
Really?
Yeah, I have a coworker. We have lunch every day, and we just talk.
Really?
Yeah, we just talk. We shoot friends. She's a good friend too.
No. I had a friend once gave me some very good advice, a male coworker. He said that a married woman should never share the intimate details about her husband that she does not like to another man. It opens the door for them to move in and take your husband's place.
Yes, yes. As a marriage counselor, every example of infidelity that I've seen began with a quote, friend. It began with, I'm just talking. And usually also right before that is some secrets, and then, boom, it leads. You've got to be very careful about those kinds of, quote, relationships within your marriage. So we just want you to think about it. Use these 3 warnings, these 3 encouragements to talk. You can use this as a way to talk to your spouse as a topic. Do you watch pornography? How is it going with that area of your life? Is there anything you want to talk about? Use this as a chance to safeguard your marriage. And
until next time.
Until next time.